Today on the channel, new ground is being broken as this is our first go around the sun with Chella Megastars Series 1 Dynamite Kid. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another wrestling figure unboxing and review. But today we've got something entirely different. We have our first chance at unboxing one of these Chella action figures, and we talk about Chella every single week in weekly purchases. And you guys know I did pick up the Bull Nakano. I also picked up the Nick Aldis figure. We talked about those in weekly purchases. I have those hanging on the wall, but I never opened them up. For whatever reason. But Dynamite Kid, something different, a little bit more special. Nothing against those two, but Dynamite hits me where I want to be hit, as I loved the British Bulldogs when I was a little kid, and I still enjoy them to this day. I threw up a poll on my community tab on my YouTube channel. Hopefully you're subscribed to my YouTube and notifications so you can catch that kind of stuff. And I said, the power is in your guys' hands. Do I have a mint-on-card Chella collection, or do I go loose? Well, overwhelmingly enough, of course, I knew where it was going. Kyle, you got to open up Dynamite Kid. You got to show us what's going on, and that's exactly what we're here to do today. Wrestling Megastars Series 1, Tom Billington, the Dynamite Kid. And as we all know with Chella, we talk about him every single week in weekly purchases. There's new news all the time between these figures, the Mattel-style sized figures, AEW-sized figures, and of course the Bone Crushers. Don't call them Bone Crunchers. Bone Crushers coming out in 2022, as we've gotten a lot of announcements from those as well. I love the idea of the retro style figures. You guys know Kyle was all in on the Hasbros as a kid, all in on the Mattel ones that were released a few years ago and coming back here later this month. And then, of course, Chella Toys jumping into the mix, and we can't forget Zombie Sailor with the heels and faces. Truly a golden age if you were into the retro Hasbro-style figures. But it's one of those things, not everybody has unlimited funds. You got to vote with your wallet. You got to see where you're going. I've already had to bail on some Chella Toys figures as they release many different Nick Aldis figures. I missed out on the Blue Meanie, Josh Chernoff pack. I missed out on those, unfortunately. And then, of course, you got Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks. Got two varieties of those. I'm going to get one of each. It's just tough. You know, your wallet only goes so far, as they say. But I'm very interested to get this out of the package, as much as it might pain me, because this is absolute beautiful packaging on this one. But we got to do it. We're going to unbox it here today. So let's do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to see where it goes from there. And what wrestler do you think am I using as a stand for this, as it does not stand on its own? Any guesses? Oh, you guessed right. I heard you out there. Old Johnny Drip Drip, John Morrison. He was nice enough to stand in as a holder for Tom Billington, the Dynamite Kid. Thank you. But there he is, Tom Billington, looking only like Tom Billington could look if he was in the Chella Megastars Series 1. Nice big glamour shot there. Love the love letter right here. That screams Hasbro all day long. Let's see what kind of action they have. Now, it shows he has action, but I've heard some people said the Nick Aldis, and I haven't watched any reviews. Like usual, I don't watch reviews until I have it in hand. I want to be able to do my own, give my own opinion, and then I'll watch other reviews after that. But this guy, I'm not sure if this actually works, but I did hear through the old grapevine, not the old schoolyard these days, it's more of the grapevine, that the Nick Aldis figure, the action didn't actually work on it. So we'll see if this one does. Hopefully it does. And then, of course, you got Dynamite in package here. He does have his cape. And cape season, as we know, is in full effect. If you guys watch the channel, if you spend any time in my figure hunting videos, you know we are in the prime cape season weather, prime cape season time, as currently there's a foot of snow snowing in my yard that I'm going to have to deal with a little later. But cape season, running hard, running strong, running free, Dynamite Kid representing cape season. And then, of course, we get Matilda. I believe it's Matilda. Yeah, Winston is solo years. Matilda is the British Bulldogs. I think I have that right. I'm pretty sure. Sometimes you confuse yourself. But I like this a lot. I like the graphics. Series 1, ages 15 and up, official Megastars. Just a beautiful package. Even limited edition down here. I don't think they've released the numbers, but you know, this isn't Mattel. They're not making thousands of these. So this is definitely limited edition. I would love 2 of these, but it gets pricey. You're looking at about a $40 price point on this, and that's business 101. I know some people gripe about the price, but you got to think, this isn't Mattel, this isn't Hasbro, this is a small company. They got to license this, they got to pay the people. There's a lot that goes into all that, as you can imagine. So Price point is what it is because of that. If Mattel's making this, hey, it's $12. If another company much smaller makes it, that's what you got, $40. But you should be happy, or we should be happy, that we're getting stuff like this from these third-party companies and things. But at the end of the day, as we always say on the channel, you gotta vote with your wallet, and you can say what you want about it, and you can vote to buy it, you can vote to pass, and that goes with anything. So stating the obvious, that's what we like to do sometimes. But there it is on the back, a little bit white out with the light. But I love the card here. I remember as a kid cutting these cards out, saving all of them. Just really cool. And then you got a little bit of a promotion of the other figures in the series here. We got the Mind of Meanie 2-pack, Real World Champion Nick Aldis, All Ego Ethan Page, that's another one I missed out on. Hayabusa, I do have that one, of course. Bull Nakano, the Dynamite Kid Tom Billington. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. So I'm going to have to unbox those other ones. Maybe that'll be a long game unboxing. Maybe we'll do it sometime. It says the Dynamite Kid Tom Billington snap suplex instructions. Hold the figure in position and articulate arms to hook your opponent in position. To activate, launch your opponent overhead. Okay, there you go. I like this too. The $1 wrestling point. Save for Wrestling Megastars premiums. Throwback once again to the good old days. They have not said this is actually going to work, but maybe they'll surprise us. This being the case, I'm going to save the back of this card. I've decided for now, maybe there'll be a point system where, hey, you get 50 of these points, you get a free figure that's only limited to that. Who knows what they might do someday, so be careful. I'd save these points. And it does say Wrestling Megastars Series 1 official product, so they got that there. And then you got Dynamite Kid Tom Billington, 5'9", 225 pounds, from Wigan, I believe. Greater Manchester, England. A high flyer, a submission specialist, and a powerhouse all in one. One of the most respected in-ring performers of all time, and truly ahead of his time, as a lot of you longtime wrestling fans know. Maybe if he came across a couple years later, can you imagine him in WCW, maybe during the height of the Monday Night Wars, with that cruiserweight division, stuff like that. Even ECW, can you imagine him in ECW? It's just kind of one of those what-if games you play every once in a while. But I'm here for Dynamite, and now we're going to open him up. It hurts me, but I'm going to do it. We're doing it for science. You guys voted. You said, Kyle, open it up. It's exactly what I'm going to do. And it's glued on there a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So I appreciate that. There we go. There we go. There it is. See you later. Off to the side. The rare off to the side. See you later. All right, let's look at Matilda first. Beautiful Matilda. I like this. I like this a whole lot. You know what I forgot to do, and I will do it for the glamour shots? I'm going to grab, I guess it was Winston for the Mattel Elite. We just got a British Bulldog recently, but I'm going to grab that, and we're going to compare our Bulldogs. Yes, we're going to do it. We're going to compare them. But this is just no articulation on this thing. He does have a collar, no articulation, nothing. A Bulldog's kind of a Bulldog. A lot of them look the same. I always wonder if you had like 5 Bulldogs, they all look the same. How do you tell them apart? I guess you just know their personalities. I don't know. But I'm here for that. It's a beautiful accessory. Hasbro's were great for their accessories. Chella continuing that on with 2 accessories here. But I do like that. Dynamite Kid, British Bulldog, especially this era. Good idea. They should come with a dog. And that's exactly what they did. All right, so let's look at this cape. Holy cow, this is beautiful quality on this cape. Now, in the package, you look at it, you see, okay, it looks like something. I almost thought this was like a paper, almost like paper type cape. You know, you get fabric sometimes, it's so thin, it almost is like paper. That's how I assumed this was. This is a beautiful soft goods cape. Got the Union Jack back there. It does have a nice knot tied on, so you can just slip it on. But this is beautiful quality. This is great quality going on. It's a thicker material, much, much thicker than I thought it would be. So kudos there, Chella, because they could have very easily cheaped out on this. And I don't know if anybody would complain too loud, but this is fabulous. This is absolutely fabulous. This is much, much better than I expected this to be. So kudos there. Now we get down to the brass tacks. We get down to the figure. Now, this is the first time I've held a Chella figure ever in my hand. And I gotta say, I like it. Now, it doesn't feel like a Hasbro. Hasbro's always kind of had that hollow feel to them, you know what I mean? Like, if you had Akeem, he always felt big, but kind of hollow, very light. These are definitely heavier. They don't have that hollow feeling. But articulation-wise, you got the arms that go all the way around, which is very cool. You got the head that turns side to side. Waist, of course, and that is it. That's all. This is the old days. Use your imagination days. Little Kyle playing days. And Dynamite looks good. As these style of figures always look a little bigger than the person actually is, Dynamite looks really big. The head, maybe a hair small. Very minute. complaint. I think it's pretty good. I think a lot of people might say it's fine. To me, it's just a hair small, but not bad. I love the coloring on this one. And I could be off, but he's got the dark blue wristbands here, wrist tape, and then he's got more of a lighter blue down here. I always thought they matched, but I could be wrong. Obviously, he's worn tons of different wrist tapes, so this could be a one-off thing. Who knows on that? But boy, it looks good. They even got the scars on his forehead, as obviously old Dynamite wasn't scared of a razor blade. We all know that out there. And he has that in there, and it's very faint. And Dynamite's one of those guys, some pictures they look really bad, sometimes they look faint. I think they did this right. I don't think we need any deep Abdullah the Butcher hiding quarters in his head grooves on this figure. But it is good and it is there. And then the bright blue eyes on this one really does make this one pop with all the other blue coloring here. Hair is absolutely fine. This is just, like I said, much heavier than I thought it would be. And then, of course, you got the Union Jack on the back there. And it almost looks... I guess that's kind of what they're going for on the knees. The knee pads look a little different. Once again, maybe that's what he wore there. But you got the red, the blue, the white. Fabulous looking figure here. Nothing on the bottom, no peg stands, anything like that. But he's going to stand all day long by himself, no problem. We talked about on the front, I wasn't sure if he would have the moves like Hasbro always had, you know, the giant slam and the giant thump and stuff like that. None of that here. So there's no articulation or gimmick mechanisms, things like that. And to me, I'm okay with that. I'm an older gentleman. Just getting ready to go to the nursing home very soon. And I'm okay because I don't need these gimmicks. I'm not going to be playing. He's going to sit on my collection. He's going to sit in my display. And I think I'm going to have to put him next to Davey Boy Smith, as I do have the Hasbro Davey Boy Smith. And I tell you what, guys, these guys scale perfectly together. From where I sit, as you guys know, is right here. I love how they look together. These two, obviously not the exact same time frame, as this is more a singles run Davey Boy Smith in my head. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't remember him with the dreadlocks and the beads and stuff. The old Stevie Wonder beads. I don't remember him rocking that with Dynamite. I could be wrong, but I don't remember that at all. But man, look very, very good together. And looking at these two together, Kyle's coming to the realization he needs to upgrade his Davey Boy Smith. I got a little bit of hair loss right at the top here. And then maybe I need a magic eraser, but he's got a little bit of dirt to him. I don't know what's going on here. I apparently did not clean this when I got this, as I did get this loose at one time. But I need to clean that. This is not worthy of my collection. I need a better British Bulldog. But man, I like these guys looking together. And we'll have nice glamour shots of them as we usually do. But Dynamite, no pun intended, I love this. I love what they did here. And then I figured I'd grab a Mattel Retro. The Retros are coming back, guys. Pre-ordered on the 28th of January, MattelCreations.com. So if you're into Retros, man, get on Mattel Creations. Register now is my recommendation. You can register ahead of time. Make sure you got your login, all that stuff, your bank card, credit card put in there. Cheap plug for that. But here's a retro JYD. I wanted to find somebody that was kind of in this era and around these guys, and JYD was the first one that popped out. And there's not a lot from Dynamite's time in the retros, as of right now at least. But he fits okay there. I'd say that fits in pretty good. Dynamite's a hair smaller. JYD a little bit bigger, a little bit more cartoony. I know JYD was bigger than Dynamite. Maybe it's not 100% scale-wise, but I think you could put those in with the good old smoke and mirrors that we love so much here on the channel. But I like that. But then we're going to put this cape. Oh, cape season full effect now, as we got the cape on Dynamite. And I don't think anybody would complain if we didn't get this cape. And that's the beauty of this. Chella going that extra mile, giving us a cape when they really didn't have to. I like that a whole lot. And I think it looks fine. I wish I had two of these capes so I could give one to Davey Boy. And Davey Boy, it fits on him okay. We'll take glamour shots of that as well. But I'm here for it. I like it. You guys, what do you think about Chella Toys' adventures here with the retro style figures? This blew me away. I didn't know how. I was kind of in the middle. I knew I liked the looks of the packaging. I just wasn't sure what to expect when I got him out of the package. And it feels solid. I was worried it would feel maybe squishy, like a McDonald's toy or something, or like a bath toy. I kind of had a feeling it might feel like that. Or I felt like it might feel extremely cheap and light. And it absolutely does not. It feels extremely sturdy. It has some weight to it. It really did blow away my expectations. So Chella, I like what you're doing out there. I can't wait for some of the other ones. As everybody on that watches the channel knows, I'm all in on a lot of these guys. But we'll see. It almost makes me want to pick up some of the other ones I missed out on. We'll see what happens. And I'm sure we're going to have to unbox Nick Aldis, Hayabusa, and Bull Nakano on the channel one of these days. Maybe we'll do all of them in a video. But my first go around with Chella, unboxing a retro style figure, A+ from me. So kudos to you, Chella. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope we see more of this. in the future. So there you go. You guys in the comments tell me what you think about these. Have you opened them up? Are you on card? I can see wanting to keep these on card. I totally get that as well. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. We're unboxing it all here on the channel, and I'd love to have you a part of it. So make sure you subscribe. SirPaul64 if you want to talk to me on Twitter. Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And then, of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Support the channel. So for the Dynamite Kid, I am Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.